Hello, my name is Rodney. I'm from the PO Gamer Q Gun YouTube channel, and it is Fright Night Fridays time. That means I'm going to talk about a horror movie, a game, or comic, or something in the horror genre. And today I'm actually going to talk about a video game that, to me, has a lot of things in it that add to it, and that is Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. There's actually part 2 of the Resident Evil Outbreak series. These don't have the main characters of Jill and Chris, or forgot the main character from Resident Evil 4. Can't remember, but yeah, all those other characters, Claire and all those, that they're not in this. This is just, you have these other characters in it, and they each have this is actually a team based. Like, what you have is you have this one guy, he can repair items. This other people can do other things. So it's really, you actually used to play this online, and you would team up with a group, and everybody had their own part. Like, you one part kind of, this is actually before Left 4 Dead, how you have the four people and you run around trying to do things. This was before that. It's so, like, you had different characters that each one had their own specialties. But the reason why I like this game, I think it's adds so much to the horror genre, because it has a lot of things in it that are kind of subtle, like the teamwork, and you're trying to survive together. You're not alone. You're not a Superman. You don't have all these weapons. I mean, you probably have a pipe, and they break in this game. So you need somebody to repair it. Well, if there's one guy, he can repair it. He specializes in it, and he actually starts off with repair tools, and it just, things like that. The teamwork aspect of it. This actually got a pretty good storyline too. I mean, it's not as robust as the other Resident Evil games, but the storyline is pretty good in these. Like I said, you're just an average person. The first one, you start out in a bar. Somebody walks in infected, and it starts from there. And basically, it's like crap. It's just like, okay, you're at the bar having a drink, and the zombie apocalypse happens. What do you do? But things about this game, really, I never played the Outbreak games when they actually were online. I picked them up afterwards, so I was actually very disappointed. I do believe you can still play them online if you have a rooted PS2, and you can modify the code, and you can play this online still yet. I'm not sure how the community, if it's still large or not. One of the main problems I had there with this game is you didn't have voice chat, so it was very difficult to communicate with what you needed from the other player. But with this game, the subtleties, I mean, one is that I was actually going to skip the Outbreak series, because I was like, I don't want to do that, because it's online, and then the servers are going down and everything. But when I saw this cover, is really what drew me in. And you're thinking, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a guy getting pulled into the sewer by zombies. I mean, that happens all the time in zombie movies and games and stuff like that. Well, this one kind of tells a story to me. I don't know what it was. I saw like an ad in a game magazine. I don't remember which one. I wish I still had it. I would love to have this picture, like, of an ad. I would actually hang it on my wall. The reason why is because you think about it. You're in a zombie apocalypse. You have limited ammo, if you have a gun at all. I mean, maybe only one of you have a gun. I mean, this guy, you don't know who this person is who this guy is. Is he a cop? Is he not? Is he your friend? Is he your brother? I say a guy just because the way his arm and everything looks, it does look like a guy. And there's so many questions, like, okay, who is this person? You're trying to save him. You're reaching out trying to pull him up. But the guy that's going down, what is he doing? He actually has his gun. He's holding his hand to give to you, to hope that he has, the only thing he can do the one thing that he knows that could stop his suffering is he could shoot himself and end it. But instead, he's actually trying to give you his gun, and so you can live. That really, I mean, that poster really just struck me. It's like some people like other things in life will just hit them really hard, but this, just the cover of this game, made me want to get it, made me want to play it. It really, other than say, but it really struck me hard because it's like just the story it tells. A lot of times that a game will not have like a cover won't tell a story. That's just something really cool about the game. I mean, like I've got some DVDs sitting here. I mean, like you have like Dracula, The Dark Prince. That's just kind of a cool cover. You have The Gate, cool cover. It's a Trick or Treat movie. You have Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons on the cover. Warlock. I mean, you have this guy with a shadow like a demon. They don't really. It's just okay. It's the main actor in the movie. It doesn't really tell a story. It doesn't tell you anything. This tells you a lot. It tells you your friends that you're playing with, the people that you're online with, playing with. They're probably going to die, and if you're lucky, they may give you something before they die. They may actually be able to give you something to help you survive. And that's actually in the game. You can give items to other players. So this really speaks a lot to me. It just speaks a lot about the game also. How in teamwork, one person may die, but they may be able to give something to somebody else to help them survive and survive the scenario. And really, that image, it kind of, at first it unnerved me really, and that's one of the things I like about this game. It just the cover unnerved me, and then starting to play it, and with other people, and a lot of people. There were some jerks. You don't get me wrong. There are some people that would go, "All right, I'm just going to get in here," and they would just run down a hallway and try to get every zombie in it and run them back to you, and they thought that was fun. Well, it's not. That's how you troll people, and that's to me that was not fun at all. But every so often you get a group with everybody was trying their best to win, and you didn't want the other player to die because you knew this guy's good. He knows what he's doing. He actually wants to win. And when something happens, you're like, no, 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 no. You're sharing your health packs. You're trying to heal them. Their weapons almost broke. Here, let me help you with this. And it actually made a lot of suspense. And when something big jumped out, you were scared that your partner, the person that you're playing with, would die because you didn't want that. And it's a very unusual time. It's unusual for a game to pull that out of you. I mean, Left 4 Dead has done that kind of, because not as much because you have Xbox Live, and at that time you could jump on and there's always people there, and then you had the voice chat and everything. In this, you had people playing, and at first nobody was good, and it took a long time to get good. So you probably didn't survive. You might, after a while, you could probably beat the first few scenarios pretty easily because you could play it solo too. And if you played it solo, you got better and you could do things. But you had the people that you could tell that played it solo and then jumped online and tried to do the same thing. And it's not that way. The difficulties ramped up the more players you had, and it just really. I'm not saying this is really scary because it's a Resident Evil. It's a B horror movie. That's what it is. I love B horror movies, but the suspense that this game adds into it, and the teamwork, and the dreading of losing another player that you're like, man, and like you could. I mean, when it was online, you built like you had a group of people that you could play with, and I didn't get to play it that much online. The first one, I think the servers for the first one were pretty much dead when I started playing. And this one had a few players. I actually know a few people that played this online when they came out. They both had the hard drives in their PlayStations because they played Final Fantasy on their PlayStation. I think it's Final Fantasy 12, I believe. And they actually played this together. They would call each other, and they'd talk on the phone while they were playing. And it made it just voice communication made it so much better. I wish I knew them at the time, and I would have loved to have played with them, but I just didn't. I didn't have. I just didn't know anybody that had the game, so I kind of missed out a little bit on some of the teamwork aspect of this game, the manuals and everything. Because this one, I do not believe this is my original copy. I don't have. Normally, like I said, I used to put the receipts in these, and I stopped at one point, and I wish I would have kept on. But this one, I believe my original copy I lent to somebody, and they never gave back to me. And I believe this is one I bought at like half-price books or something like that. But that's my video game for Fright Night Fridays this week. And if you have a rooted PS2 and you can still play online, check it out. The teamwork, being able to talk with people. If you know 4 people, I believe it was 4 people. I'm not sure exactly how many people could be in one game, but if you could get a bunch of your friends together and play this, it's actually really good. I know there's a co-op play in the new Resident Evil games, and they've added a lot of this stuff, but this is where it's kind of started in the Resident Evil games to be on a multiplayer. Very good. Highly recommend it. What I would love to do, if I can get enough people that have the game, I would love to be able to. I'd like to be a host of my own server, create a LAN party, and have everybody and see if I can. Because my plan is I actually want to do a horror video game night, and there's a certain games I want to start playing. I want to play, and if I can get a server to get a LAN party together, play this with a group of friends, that's going to be awesome. But hope you guys enjoyed this week's Fright Night Fridays video. I know the game's a little bit tamer, but I do believe that the things the game adds to it in just its presentation with the cover and with the gameplay really make it a quality title and actually make it really good for this topic of Fright Night game, of actually horror video games. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with another Fright Night Fridays video. And until next time. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I release at least 2 videos a week. Most of the time I release more. Leaving a comment actually helps me a lot. It helps me know what you'd like, dislike, or would like to see on my channel. So go ahead and leave me a comment. If you would like to get in touch with me, have any questions, anything like that, you can go ahead and email me at vmail@poldgamer.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time.